Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. Noobs, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. It's greatly appreciated. I know where I want to go. I'm going to have to confront the elephant in the room, but it is what it is. No judge zone. It is what it is. But don't let any and everyone define you. Define yourself. And I defined myself when it came to this. And now I got the receipts and I got the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah, it is. Unless it's that kind of pudding. You don't want that kind. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this seem like every single day. It feels and seems like every single day. But it's not. It just feels that way. We got this unique bond that we share. Sharing is caring. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We don't have words. We don't know what to call it. One day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade, 1 century, and so forth. We'll figure it out. But at the moment, ATM, we're just going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off. But we know what it is. We know what it feels like. How can it be wrong when it feels so good? How can it be wrong when it feels so good? Now, I mentioned before, and I have no problem with this, about me being high maintenance. High maintenance, and it's just something that happens. It's something that occurs once you reach a certain age. You're just going to have to do it anyway. So I just went ahead and took that, and I'm running with it, and I ran with it, and I am turning it into a positive connotation for myself now. For myself, I can't opine on whether or not it's positive or negative for you, because once again, this is a no judge zone. It's a no judge zone. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But for me, it's definitely a positive, because once you get past a certain age, you're just going to have to look after your body even more. And looking after your body is, in theory, the high maintenance part. You just can't go and run around and do things that you used to do later on. You just ain't got that kind of energy. You just ain't got that time. Now, I wish, or I probably should go back in the time machine and beat up my younger self for wanting to be older, wanting to just grow up a little bit faster so I can do the things that I want to do. Well, there's pros and cons to that, you moron. There's pros and cons to that. You didn't think about the cons. You're just looking at the pros. You're just looking at all the things. Oh, I can go to sleep. Oh, I can do what I want to do. To a certain extent, yeah, you can. But you gotta do this thing called adulting. You gotta adult. You gotta live up, not to expectations, but you gotta live up to the responsibilities that's thrust upon any and most adults, I should say. That part was missing from the equation. That part really wasn't thought out. That part was missing. It was a fill in the blank, and that blank was just left empty and moved on to the next question. Yeah. Once again, if I go back in time, that Vince better watch out. That Vince better watch out. He gonna get it. He gonna get it, because I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna bomb first. I'm just gonna go in. I ain't gonna say no words. I ain't gonna surprise him. I'm just gonna walk up and just do. And I know the young Vince back then never stayed ready. I know the young Vince back then had to get ready, but most of the time he didn't really want to get ready. So he didn't get ready, and it just let things happen as they may. That's why I know I can just go look that Vince in the eyes and bomb first. And I ain't trying to have my fingers do push-ups and pull-ups. I'm just trying to move furniture one time, and that's it. That one hitter quitter that put the lights out. That, okay, I see what you're saying. But while I'm seeing that, I'm also seeing some other things. So it's a possibility that I might be asleep. It's a possibility I might be napping it out. It's a possibility that I'm going to wake up or my head hurting. I just can't decide right now because there's way too many things going on. It's way too many things going on. And I can't explain it right now because thinking make my mind hurts. That's what I'm going to do when I go back in time. Just write up and just doom, and it's over with. And you can go and you can try to warn that Vince. You can go and you can try to warn him, hey, older Vince gonna come back and he just gonna let loose. Older Vince gonna come back and he just gonna bomb on you, and he gonna try to knock you out. So you might just want to slip or do a little whoop-de-whoop and then have him off balance, and then you hit him in the temple or something, or you do something to him like that. And side note, peeps, because I'm not sure if you get it, but this is Vince on Vince crime. This is self on self. I'm not inflicting any pain on anyone else. That's just me pushing past the limit. That's just me in personal growth. That's just me learning from a situation. That's just me reading the room, and I'm the only person in the room. So it's me and my lonesome. So you can just go ahead and stop that chatter about violence, and stop that chatter about anything else. Yeah, you can say it's violent, but I'm saying it's building back better. It's that for the final answer. It's that for the final answer. But then you'd have to assume, and then you'd have to agree with the premise to begin with, that I can possibly go back in time in the time machine and find and meet my former self without destroying the realm or the time travel continuancy or any of that. So if you agree to all of that principle or premise, I got a bridge. It's called Nowhere, and I like to sell it to you. How about you just write a check that ain't gonna bounce? Or how about this? I put some numbers down and you just go ahead and sign it. I have this contract and you just go ahead and sign it. Don't worry that it's blank. Don't worry that it's blank. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. But it's not high maintenance because you're doing things you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do, or you're going above and beyond when you don't have to. Once you reach a certain age, you have to go above and beyond. You just can't stay at mediocre terms. You just can't let things go, because when you let things go, it ain't gonna be like your younger days. It ain't gonna be like the good old days, the good times. I just can't eat fast food every day for more than 1 year and not expect to have issues, have heart problems, have all kind of other problems. That just ain't in the cards for me. That ain't in the cards for me. Been there, done that, tried it. Receipts say I failed. Need to return ASAP. Need to return ASAP. But that's not where I really wanted to go with this. But that's an example for sure. What I was more so thinking about on this level, and I guess I can branch out as well as the conversation may call for that. I was speaking more so of lotion. Even when I was younger, I could go so many days or so long without lotion before my skin started to crack, before my skin started to peel, before my skin started to let me know, hey, moron, you need to lubricate me. Hey, moron, you need to show me some tender love and care. Hey, moron, you need to step your game up. But now I can go a day or two and my skin is already letting me know, hey, didn't we have this conversation before back in the day? I let it slide then. I let it slide. I let you go so many days. I let you go so long, but now I can't call it now. Now it's different. Now I'm giving you 1 day. I'm giving you 1 day messed up. I'm giving you 2 days. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. And see my skin. Yeah. If I go a day or 2 days without lotion, and it can't be the cheap kind. I'm sorry. Cheap kind just doesn't do anything. So maybe that's where the high maintenance part come in. It's gotta be the good stuff. It's gotta be the premium cocoa butter. Because if it's just the regular kind that claim to work with dry skin, it really doesn't work with dry skin. If I can put you on and still write my name in my arm or write my name where you just went on, then you ain't it. You ain't with. You ain't something that I can get with or something that I can keep. You just there for show and tell. You're just there to let peeps and people know that, hey, I got lotion. I do lotion. Lotion is there, but it's not functional. It ain't functional and it doesn't work for the purpose that it was designed and developed for. And that's why I need the cocoa butter, the premium cocoa butter, and not the kind that make you all oily. You go outside and you might cook. You go outside and you might just start popping. You go outside and not that kind, but the kind that actually goes into the skin and moisturizes the skin and also perform a protective layer to help it not get super dried out again. And I usually do that every day. I have a routine and I hate routines. And you know how much I dislike routines, except noobs. Now, you know, noobs, I don't like routines. I don't like doing the same thing over and over and over and over. The monotony of it just get boring to me. I like the new. I like the experience. I like the epic journey. I like pure chaos, but only in moderation. So I can't be a robot. Robots and computers like to repeat. I don't. Mic drop moment. You can play that back. You can play that back for a future reference. Just remember. But I don't like routines, but I have a routine when it comes to the lotion because I have to. And if I go a day or two without it, my skin just get all dried out. I can write my name on my hands and my arms, and then it's peeling, then it itches, then it does all that stuff that I don't want it to do. And then I'm irritated instead of doing what I need to be doing, instead of concentrating and focus on all of the things that I want to concentrate and focus on, like being an adult or like adulting. How can I make this adulting life a little bit easier? How can I not take the path of less resistance, because less resistance ain't going to help me out in the long run, especially when I'm trying to do personal growth, and I'm all about personal growth and I'm all about learning from mistakes. But I know sometimes I got to take the L, and taking the L is just the beginning of learning, but it's also mean loser. And I just got to decide on which L that I want to take for whatever reason and for whatever day, while I got all of this going on in my mind and all of this just going on out of my control, or things that I can't control. I'm definitely not worried about that because I'm a reformed perfectionist. Yeah, you can go back and look that up too. There's historical documents for all about that. Then again, it's like, I'm just going to rely on my awareness game being at a level that it ain't never been at before, because I'm just refining. Yeah, I had it right the first time. I'm just refining skills, and it just leveled me up to my awareness. And then I am more focused on just letting intuition and gut feeling take over, because I can just sit there and I can just think out every single possibility and possible way, but the answer is already there. The answer is already there. And that's why I say this whole connotation that's negative about high maintenance. Sometimes high maintenance just mean you got to put a little more care into your body, put a little more care into you, because you just can't neglect yourself like you did when you was younger. I ain't saying go out and get premium everything. I ain't saying that it's the best of the best of the best all the time. Sometime mediocre gets it done. Sometime bad gets it done. But I'm telling you not to live off mediocre, not to live off bad. You got to find out that level that works for you, that moderation that works for you. And once you get that, just get in the routine of doing the same thing, doing what you need to do. And that becomes maintenance. And because it's high or considered high is because you actually care about the maintenance you're doing. You're not just doing it to do it. You're not doing it to just check a box. And that's why it's more than just a routine. It's actually putting the tender love and care in it. See, I told you, positive connotation, high maintenance, but it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Some people lucky. Some don't have to do it at all. We know who you are. We know who you are. And we loathe it too. We loathe it too. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. As you probably already know, this episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, all things Vince. Check out the new and improved website at xtra.vdgsports.com. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. Noob, thank you for sticking around. Come back soon. Regs, you know what time it is. But before that, check out the YouTube, VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you may, comment if you must. Now it's time for me to bust. Peace. Yeah, I'm out.